9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The Sip Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Welcome in to We Talk Facts with 9-year NBA veteran and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson. Talking and taking names in sports and day-to-day living. Sit back, relax, and join the show with 9-year NBA vet and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland. And 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion, Clester Johnson.
Yo, WTF is back in the house. We're trying to bring on my man E. Strick as he posts right now, letting you know that you can get on Facebook, Allo, Twitch, what else? YouTube.
No Twitch, that's a lie. X. Then go to X, Facebook, YouTube. And if you got Allo Cable, Allo Channel 961.
Yeah, 961. Yeah, here it is.
But we're back.
We in the building.
We're back.
With new merch.
Have a good time. You know, the Wonder Twins are here today. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if people can see the full shirt.
Can you zoom on Clester's?
Do a little pop-up real quick.
Man, do a little stand-up.
Okay, you can kind of see.
That's the one you're looking at over
what
there.
I'm working with. Huh?
Yo.
What you think?
Yo.
Right.
It look good on you, my boy. Hey, listen.
With the weight loss. Huh?
Oh, yeah, slim and trim.
Okay.
You look like you fighting weight, my boy.
Listen, I'm right saying Fred. You know what I'm saying? I'm too sexy for this shirt.
It's good to have you in the building. We thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you every Thursday right here, 6 to 7 on 93.7 The Ticket, WTF. Harrison, how are you today, my guy?
Doing great. Just had some good grub back there. It's a beautiful day out here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Playoffs are going on. I'm fantastic. And it's Friday.
We normally have a staff meeting first week, and WTF is kind of our way out of sneaking out of staff meetings because it's going on right when we're
it's Friday
on that Thursday.
I don't work Fridays,
yeah.
So it's my Friday. But,
yeah. So hey, we got a big show in store for you guys. Clester Johnson. A lot of news. We do have a lot of news, but the thing with news is that you have to really break down because we don't have but an hour. So what are you thinking? Where should we go? Like what direction? Because we've got the opportunity to jump into a lot of different things, but how far you want to go down the rabbit hole? Where do you want to go?
Eric, so two big subjects that have really inundated the news and people, particularly in sports, pay a lot of attention to. One is LeBron James. That's been a big one. He got eliminated. And one has been Shadur Sanders about that whole situation with the draft. People are still talking about it after almost a week. And I think we should maybe just put our spin on it and maybe talk about it from our perspectives. And if you're out there, chime in. You could throw in your opinions based on where we go. You may have a different opinion based on what your beliefs are or what your perception is. One of the first things I want to throw out was LeBron James being eliminated. And one of the things I wanted to discuss with you guys is, does that affect his legacy? The fact that he's still relevant and defying father time, does that help his legacy? But I can't even tell you. Even Charles Barkley said, don't let me hear you have the GOAT debate about LeBron James if he gets kicked out of the first round, if he gets put out the first round. So I want to open up that discussion today. Eric and I had a debate with the Young Johnsons about who was the GOAT of basketball. And of course, Strick and I took the side of Air Jordan. And this generation, of course, loves LeBron James. And I understand that. It's nostalgic for them. And he's been the man ever since they knew what sports was and knew what basketball was, 10 NBA finals, and all-time scoring leader. And two things can be true at once. I'm going to say that. Two things can be true at once. You can be top 3, but that doesn't mean you're the GOAT, right? And that's kind of how I see LeBron. Like, he is definitely to me put himself on the Mount Rushmore. But is he the GOAT?
Is he the Mount Rushmore of longevity? Because here's the thing. I think there's a debate. If you look at him and you look at Kareem, right?
I think Kareem's on the Mount Rushmore.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think you can compartmentalize things and put him in. It doesn't take away from what he's been able to do. What he's been able to do at the level that he's been able to do it for the time that he's been able to do it, that's worth something.
Absolutely.
Now, whether that, because, so then the question then to me becomes this: is there a plane, meaning not an airplane but a plane? Mm-hmm. LeBron has a plane with a crescendo and then back to plane. The crescendo was, I believe, the 3-1 win over Golden State. That's the one where it kind of elevated him a little bit. For the most part, everything else has been a plane. That's my opinion.
Okay, okay.
I mean, it's never been done before. That definitely put him on the map in that conversation.
But see, to me, that's not what that's not his crescendo.
So you get to championships, because where I have a problem with LeBron is there's not credit. This is why I say plain. There's not credited to those who held him up when it could have been a different outcome, i.e. your Ray Allens. Ray Allen doesn't hit that shot in the corner, they go home, right? I.e. Kyrie, in a couple of instances, big moments, big time plays in a big bucket in a crucial, I want to say it was game 4, maybe. Yeah. He don't hit that, they go home. So I'm saying you have a lot of that. Now, you do have an elevation of that. Now, here's the thing. Jordan has been that. He gets to Washington, it's that, but then it plateau planes because he still was giving you work. He just was on a bad team. So to me, I think there's more playing for LeBron James than there is crescendos. But you got your own opinion, Clester.
If I could throw something there before, because I want to hear what my man has to say. Harrison, I want to hear what Harrison has to say. Listen, what you can't debate is this. LeBron went to the finals 10 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, he was in the finals 10 years in a row.
Yeah.
Like, whether you won or lost, like, That's pretty incredible. It was almost like, yep, LeBron's going to be in the finals again. Didn't matter what team he was on. He gets credit for that.
But we don't talk about Bill Russell that way.
Right.
Which never makes any sense. And he's getting rings
Right.
with it.
Let me tell you why. I'll tell you why. There was 10 teams in the league at that time.
Yeah,
Come
Bill
on.
Russell was owning every single one of them.
But there was 10
So
teams
you gonna
in
knock
the
him
NBA.
penalized.
And it was a weak Eastern Conference. So
but still,
but you don't go at that.
But all I'm saying is he still had to go through many more layers. Him and Jordan still had to go through many more layers to get to the finals. Bill Russell had to beat like one team to get to the finals. So people don't talk about that. There was only like 10 teams in the NBA when he won them championships. So that's where, to me, that lowers Bill Russell a little bit. And then you look at his scoring output. I mean, he was more of a defensive guy. But anyway, I'm not talking about Bill Russell. 10 years in a row.
So how come Ori don't get credit?
Hold on.
I'm taking you all over the place.
We're not paying apples to apples. 10 years in a row, Eric, and to be 40 and scoring 25, 7, and 7. I mean, come on. Like, that is just
Okay. Let me throw this at you.
You got to give him credit.
Let me throw this at you. Jordan averaged over almost 20. I want to say it was like 24, maybe 24, 20. With the Wizards.
No.
It was over 20.
No.
Yes, it was.
Go back and look. Let's look it up. No.
You're saying he didn't average over 20
because
are you saying he didn't average over 20?
Averaged right about 20.
Okay.
Because
21.2.
Okay.
What was it?
Equate
21.2.
21.2.
And it was still kind of,
because that brought his average down. He was average when he retired before he went to the Washington Wizards. He was averaging 32.
Right.
He was 32.2. That brought his average down to 30 after those 2 years.
okay. So what I'm saying though is there a way to equate style of play if you were able to move him into this era of play with how he was still able to get money? So it's the same thing as an inflation, right? You can equate what $1 million was in 1980 to what it is in 2000 or whatever, and what it is now. That money's worth a certain amount. So is there a way? See, if you can't do that, it's tough to evaluate that, because the style of play with MJ, if he was able to play, and everybody said it, and I'm not coming against LeBron. I'm saying everybody has said if Jordan had played in the era of this day, he averages 50. And I'm talking everybody said that.
I'm going to have to respectfully disagree.
Okay.
Here's what separates Jordan to me, okay? The impact Jordan had on basketball. So you had Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You had some guys that really elevated the NBA. But when Jordan came in, there is, without a shadow of a doubt, it went to a whole nother level. Worldwide, everybody wanted to be like Mike. And part of it was marketing, but part of it was his play, okay? When you go look at those Jordan highlights, and when you listen to the people who played against him, they will not talk about LeBron like that. Vernon Maxwell, okay, played for Indiana Pacers. Reggie Miller. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Garnett,
Penny Hardaway.
They were afraid of Jordan. They would say, listen, don't talk to Black Jesus like that.
J.R. Ryder.
Because he's going to give you, not only is he going to give you 40, he's going to lock you down.
And he's going to tell you, I'm going to give you 40 and do it.
And he's going to lock you down, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, it was the fear of him, the way he played the game with intensity. He was not your friend. It was competitive. I mean, people in other sports, Jordan is their favorite player. So it's the person that they look up to. That's what's crazy to me.
Okay, so
baseball players.
Let me ask you this then. So are you saying, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, pause. Are you saying that the losses don't matter and don't affect his legacy? because of what he's been able to do.
The
otherwise.
losses should not listen. To get to the finals is a big deal. So you mean to tell me if he's just getting knocked out of the Eastern Conference Finals?
Okay, let's take that. Let's go from the time he arrived in with the Lakers.
Okay.
First round exit. Don't get to the playoffs. Win the bubble.
Yeah.
Really. You know what I'm saying?
So
are you saying that is not added into
but to me,
the process?
Because it's still a team sport. It doesn't take away from his greatness. When you still look at his stats, he was still giving it the business. He just didn't necessarily have the parts around him to elevate him.
See, me being a basketball player, this is one of the things that I can't stand.
It drives me nuts too, especially when he had handpicked on who he surrounded himself with. I mean, LeBron.
Listen, just because you handpicked them, don't mean that they are going to fulfill what you think they're going to do.
He's going to jump ship every time and avoid all the blame.
That's the part I can't stand.
How many head coaches?
They don't give him credit for the losses, but they give him all the credit for the wins. And then he's able to throw it off on other people. I can't stand that because guess what? Kobe never did that.
Mm-hmm.
Mike never did that. Larry never did.
Kobe did. Yes, he did.
Early, he wanted out.
Kobe did.
He blamed his teammates.
Yes, Kobe did. See, you're having revisionist history right now. We can definitely find interviews where Kobe was disgusted with his teammates and he wanted out.
But did he run?
When he wasn't making the playoffs.
But did he run?
He wanted out, but they brought him guys in. They brought him Pau Gasol. They brought him guys.
So they didn't do that with LeBron.
So
they didn't do that with LeBron?
To me, LeBron was in a market where people did not want to come to. And to LeBron's point,
what's your excuse for LA?
To LeBron's point, hold on, we'll get to LA. To LeBron's point, he had never been out of Ohio. He wanted to leave. He wanted to test the market. He wanted to get out. I get.
So what happened to Miami?
After he couldn't win in Cleveland.
So what happened to Miami?
Just like Kevin Garnett did.
Yeah. What happened to Miami?
Just like Charles Barkley did.
Not one, not two, not three.
Charles Barkley did that.
Not
Kevin
five,
Garnett
not
did that.
6, not 7.
Clyde Drexler did that. There's quite a few guys who've left.
Yeah, but we don't talk about those guys being the GOATs.
Because they haven't had this type of output.
There they go.
They haven't had the type of output for this extended period of time like LeBron.
Hey,
listen, I can't believe I'm defending LeBron today.
His sons that got to him, my boy.
I can't believe I'm defending LeBron today.
His sons then got in his ear and said, "Pop."
Hey, listen. Where do you put LeBron in the top 5 of all time? Where do you put? I mean, top of all time. Where is he?
3.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 2. As much as
3.
Why are we here? Why are we sitting over here? Why are we debating? Because you're basically agreeing with everything that I said.
No, I mean I think he's up there, but
he's on the Mount Rushmore. Who's your Mount Rushmore?
Oh, wow! It's really it's really tough.
No, it isn't tough.
I'm gonna say Kareem. I'm gonna say
Michael Jordan should be first.
I'm gonna say Kobe. I really do want to say Bird. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, Bird was an unathletic version of Michael. Like, he'll tell you what he's gonna do to you, but it's hard because of the injury. The injury is what I think kept him from
Tim Duncan.
Yeah. See, it's tough.
Olajuwon.
I can't say Keem's up there.
I think it's got to be Bird. I mean, what he did for his career. I mean, one of his injuries, he's literally out there working on his parents' driveway.
Man, I want to put him in there.
Will Jokic work his way on there?
I think Jokic is going to get there. I think Jokic is going to get there. It's sad to say, but
it's hard.
It's hard. You can't fight his numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
he's got to win a few more championships, though.
I mean,
if he can rank a few more, but he is just
his numbers is crazy. That his numbers, his usage, and his output is crazy.
He looks like he's playing pool basketball with his kids, and just kind of slowly. To humble the world's greatest athletes like that is the most unreal thing I've ever seen.
Harrison. Does LeBron's losses affect his legacy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Like,
I mean,
why
is he still playing? I just don't understand.
402-464-5685 because he's chasing.
Even the Lakers.
He's chasing
champions. He wants to
he's
win.
He's trying to catch up to because he really only believes that
That's
the way he can ascend to
the
MJ.
And he's dropped it a few times before. It's not like just the Lakers, right? He had the opportunity to finally meet Kobe in what would have been the most incredible finals. They lose to the Magic and Dwight Howard. Has another opportunity to just go ahead and win a finals, makes fun of Dirk Nowitzki, gets dog walked.
Right.
Like, that's the stuff where if you want to be the best of the best, that stuff just doesn't happen to you, and it's happened to too many times.
Let's turn to the South Haven text line because I want to let them get into. Unnamed texter 2523 says, "You'll never catch Jordan in a dress or a maid's outfit." Facts. He said. He also says, "This shouldn't even be a question. LeBron James is no match for Michael Jordan. Jordan made all other players better as well." Drumstick laughs about it. He says, LeBron maybe 6. Unnamed texter 4963 says, Larry Bird, Daryl Griffith, come on, my boy. No, that's old. Okay, that's old. He said I'm sorry, that was an old text. Forgive me, you weren't in it. He says Bill Russell is the GOAT. Unnamed texter 8467 says, thankfully it's the current NBA, so no one cares.
10 NBA teams. I'm a living in Bill Russell. There's only 10 NBA teams he had to play against.
I know, but how BS it is to penalize guys for a sport that just at that point in time.
They made it tougher. It became tougher.
Bill Russell made it tougher. That's why he's so great.
So that's like saying
you don't penalize guys for the era. That's the most insane argument.
Look at his stats.
That's like saying,
look at his stats.
Hold on. I'm going to throw something at him. That's like saying Arnold Palmer is not as good as Tiger Woods because the yardage was shorter.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to change the rules in Tiger Woods and start lengthening out courses because he was killing courses.
You can't compare golf to basketball.
Why not?
Different elements. Totally different elements.
No, you missed the point. You missed the point of what I was saying.
I know the point.
You missed the point.
I know the point. All I'm saying is they made things tougher. It got tougher in regards to rounds. Bill Russell had played one round, he's in the finals. One round, he's in the finals. Come on, man. Come on. That's just imagine if Michael Jordan only had like one round. How many finals would he have been in if he had one round?
Well, this is why this is a debate. We're going thank you guys. 402-464-5685. You always want to chime in. Also, you can do it on the stream as well.
12 points.
We appreciate you guys' input. We're gonna jump out of here. We're gonna go to a break. Cless.
Yeah. Talk to me.
The draft just happened.
Yep.
So we're not going to get into what transpired in the full draft, but there's a few things that we're going to discuss concerning a Colorado Buffalo player. We'll talk about it on the other side of this break. Some interesting things. Stay with us. 402-464-5685 is the text line. But 937 The Ticket, WTF is where you can find us right here, 6-7. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln. Always honest answers.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes.
Clash together. So close.
And family-friendly facilities. Trading paint.
We got feuding.
And tailgating tradition. Burnouts. Beer. And barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time. And you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
This is it, Husker fans, your final chance to see Nebraska baseball at home this season. It starts Tuesday, May 6th with a huge rivalry matchup against Creighton. Then it's a Big Ten showdown as the Huskers host Michigan May 9th through 11th. Every game matters, and your support can make the difference. Great seats are still available, but they're going fast. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets or by calling 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats. Make sure you tune in every Saturday from 11 to 12 for all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman. Learn how the game of youth football has grown in and around the capital city with coaches, athletic directors, and league commissioners telling you all about it. It's all things youth football with Tank Perry and Jim Sandman every Saturday from 11 to noon right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you buying a home? Westgate Bank understands that you need to make important decisions during your home buying journey. Our local lenders in Lincoln and Omaha make themselves available so you can get the information you need to know. Use our mobile mortgage app to manage your transaction from pre-qualification to closing, no matter where you are. Get the service and convenience you want from a local community bank where our interest is you. Learn more and visit us online at westgate.bank. Westgate Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy today with an afternoon high near 71. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a low near 48. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day, otherwise partly sunny with a high near 64. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clinton for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When opportunity knocks, you don't want to miss the call. Hamilton Business Technologies makes communication easy and efficient using customized technology, all while putting people first. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, Hamilton Business Technologies equips your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at copplecars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strickland Clester.
Welcome back to WTF We Talk Facts. Strick, Kless, and Harrison Arns. Listen, the draft just happened. There's a lot of people that felt that this was a very weak quarterback draft overall. We know that Cam Ward went first to the Tennessee Titans. He was even able to secure Warren Moon's jersey, which I thought was a dope thing for Warren, to do. And there was a lot of people waiting to see who would be next? Who would be the second quarterback drafted? Would Shador be that one? I think they were looking at the Giants, I thought, at 3. And then they were looking at 21 for Pittsburgh. None of that happened going into the second round.
Browns were the big one at 5 with the Jags.
Oh, that was another one too. The Browns.
Browns were 2,
early.
and then the Jags made that move, and it's like, okay, clearly the Jags aren't taking a QB. Makes sense for the Browns, but after 5 is, I think, when the Shador fans at least felt a little bit of hard drop.
Yeah, and what was odd about that is they also drafted in the 3rd round Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
So
A+ grade though. Back-to-back QBs drafted.
So now you have 5 QBs on staff. Kenny Pickett probably, I think, real quick before we jump into the topical issues, you're looking at 5 quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson probably not going to be available with injury.
They don't want him available.
They don't want him available. Kenny Pickett. Who else? Shador, Dylan, and there's one other.
Joe Flacco.
You
got a Super Bowl winner there.
So you're probably this for me. I'm going to throw this out, class. For me, I think you're probably going to see Joe Flacco start. You'll probably I think you'll see Kenny Pickett maybe get cut, and I think they'll keep Dylan because he's a 3rd rounder. They're going to have to once you get up into the 3rd round, you got some leeway. And then I think Shador is an investment. I think Shador will get a shot. I think ultimately, if he's able to humble himself and really come in there with a mental focus, I think by the end of the season he could start. Now I'm going to leave it at that. But in the onset of it, do you believe that there was some form of, like a lot of people were saying, it was a racial issue? Some people were saying that, and I think that's wild, but okay. Some people were saying that. So what do you talk to me?
Let me start here. Let me start here by saying this. The NFL draft is not a rite of passage, right?
Okay.
You don't automatically just get drafted.
Right.
It's an interview. It's a job. It's a corporation. If you and I are going to try to get a job, we're going to put our best foot forward to let the corporation know that I fit here. My skill set and the things that I provide are what you need and what you want. If you and I go anywhere and acting all arrogant, like we got leverage to get paid a certain amount of money, you out the door. Okay?
Shador? What do you say? In sync? Bye.
You out the door, right? Now, the reason what really ticks me off about this racism thing, because there is actual real racism that goes on in the world and in the United States.
How is it that you draft somebody number 1?
And number 2 and number 3, right? 16 quarterbacks in the NFL out of 32 are black that are about to start, right?
It's ludicrous.
78 out of the first 102 draft picks were black, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you're just going to say they just want to be racist towards
you,
right?
Right.
Cam Ward, dreads, 3rd pick, grills, right? Again, these guys knew that when they went in front of these teams, they're on an interview.
Yeah.
They're not there to say, and I'm going to tell you what, I feel like Deion did a disservice.
Yeah.
You saw 3 or 4 interviews where Deion talking about where they not going to go. So then people start bringing up the Mannings, right?
Mm-hmm.
People didn't view Shador like they viewed Mannings.
Yeah.
I mean, you already had Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
You had their father, Archie. So he came with
the quarterback space.
He came with cachet already, right?
In the quarterback
He already came with a certain amount of cachet. So to me, I just don't believe, based on the portion of black players that are in the NFL. Like, at the end of the day, man, there's been a lot of people with bad character who've gotten picked because they were very skillful.
They're very good. And same thing in basketball.
Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's been a number of them that have had some swag. They still got picked because they were very skillful. They were really good players.
Let me throw this out. Harrison, hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Bugs me.
Nobody is saying, how come the Asian man is not on the hockey team? Nobody is saying how come the brother is not on the hockey team, right? It's by way of skill. Your skill set provides the opportunity for you to be able to make it on the hockey. How come, on the soccer team or on the badminton team or ain't nobody talk? The majority Clester just laid out of those people are of
the melanin.
Of the melanin.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how are you even how are you even posing this as an issue? That's the part that blows my mind. I can't stand it. I've always been a merit-based. Going back to even Bellevue West. Yeah. I could tell that there were certain people that maybe didn't have the advantages that probably you and I had.
Mm-hmm.
That is what. But I can tell you one thing. I knew there was a difference when I walked into the room with this bank representative or president, and then when I'm sitting around with my boys like Cless, I act, talk, and can be a different way than when I'm out doing interviews and doing, you know what I'm saying? It's not playing, it's not being different. It's understanding where you are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me.
So what you just explained is cultural differences, right?
Yeah.
Like you and I, the reason why we could talk a certain way because we were raised a certain way that we can identify with certain things, from music to the way we were, how our parents treated us. Like there's certain things that don't change. The only argument that I would have, that I feel like there's a little bit of bias in sports is one thing. Maybe we can debate this one day, but we can't get into it today. Fighting in hockey compared to fighting in sports that are heavily black, right?
Okay.
Those tend to be frowned on a little bit more. Savagery, thugs. Hockey, red ice. They will cut you. They fight every night, teeth missing. That's just the game. That's how it is. That's the only one I have a real problem with, right? They don't talk. They show it on Sports Center. Listen, they show fights.
There is a group of people, though, that want that out of hockey. It is becoming, I disagree, though. It's the best part of hockey.
Right?
There it is.
The best part.
There it is right there.
Do they get suspended in baseball when they run and rush the mound?
Yeah, they definitely get a heavy fine. Suspensions, I'm not entirely sure, but fines are definitely in the locker.
But still,
it's frowned upon.
You don't. They got documentaries on Malice in the Palace. they got a document on a fight, right?
Well, that's a little different. That's like a hockey player breaking the glass and going up in the stands.
I think when things changed, Cless, was when Kermit Washington, dropped Rudy Tomjanovich, and literally, I think he cracked his spine.
So
I think that's when it changed.
What I'm saying
after that, but I agree with you.
Are those fights worse than what you see on the ice hockey rink? Like they fight for a long time.
They can box until one falls. Mm-hmm. Usually it's or there's a stagnation of not moving. But
if somebody fronts on you in basketball, why can't
you can't even look at them sideways.
But that's the rest.
But it gets emotional. All sports, all I'm saying is all sports get emotional. Football,
you can't even look at somebody.
They all get emotional. So you're gonna have some of these interactions but they shouldn't be thugs and they shouldn't be
I agree.
Savages because this happened. It's an emotional thing.
It's a part of the game.
I don't have a problem with them fighting hockey. I don't have a problem. I like it too. Mm-hmm. I just don't think it should be frowned on in other sports when it happens.
Well, I'll put my 2 cents in. When you got your 2 feet on the ground, you got a solid base, and you got nothing, no protection, and you're throwing hands on the court. Yeah. That's a lot different than having pads on. You got in the hockey.
When they throw them off,
they're barely hanging on to
You're
each other.
justifying. That's what you're doing.
They throw the gloves off.
Right there.
And there is a justifiable amount in the NBA too. I mean, why were the Detroit Bad Boys so fun?
all I'm saying is this: how it's talked about, how it's played over and over again in a negative fashion. Like it happened, a fight happened, got a little heated in the NBA. Boom, boom, boom. Get on, if there's going to be fines and everything, let that happen.
Fines is definitely different than my time.
But
that's for
sometimes
sure.
Just the way it's talked about, the perception of it, is what bothers me.
Okay, last thing before we go to break. I want you to ponder this in your mind. What would have happened, hindsight 2020, if Myles Garrett, who took his helmet and swung it and almost hit, I can't remember who it was, but it was a quarterback, I think.
He hit him.
No, he missed him. Because
he hit him.
He missed him.
We need to look, you need to pull that up.
Bruh.
He hit him in the head.
Bruh. No.
He didn't crack him like he could have, but he did get him.
Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph. What would have happened?
He did hit him in the head.
Did he hit him?
Yeah, he got contact.
He made contact with him.
Well, what would have happened if it would have been flush?
If it would have been what?
Is he like? Does he become like? What's my guy at? That was with Henry Ruggs. Does it become like a Henry Ruggs type of situation? Like if he remember Henry Ruggs that hit the he's in prison now. First year making the big money, but he got into that wreck.
He got in a car wreck.
Yeah, and killed and unalived the people.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just something I thought about. Like, what if he really would have hit flush?
But back on the original subject.
We off there. You cleared it up.
In regards to Shedeur, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Is, to me, it was not a racist thing. I think that Shedeur had to view this like an interview. He had to go in and say, he had to go in and play the game.
Facts.
He had to go in and say, hey, listen, I know you guys have seen me fly and flashy, but this is what I will bring to your organization. I'll get on the whiteboard. I'll do all I have to do. When he went to the combine, he should have thrown, he should have ran, he should have did everything he had to do. He came in there, had his hat to the side, and he just walked around like he owned the place. Like, if you're hiring somebody, Harrison, if you're hiring somebody and they're coming in and acting like that, you're gonna feel a certain way. You're gonna feel a certain way about it.
So hence, as we go to break, I think you're on it. This is why I believe this was a risk-adverse move by taking him in the 5th round. I think it's going to be one of two things. It finds him at a crossroad. He's either going to go right because he won't humble himself, and he's going to go in.
I think he will.
I think he will too.
I think he will.
I think it did humble him.
Yeah.
I think or he's going to elevate and go to the left and go to a high level. But it's a risk-averse move for them because they don't have to pay him big money. Whatever he does now, he's earned it. And so therefore they'll get a chance to see without having to spend the kind of money they would have had to spend.
But it is not a rite of passage.
No.
And that's what really pissed me off. I mean, like, they don't have to draft you.
Yeah.
Like, teams have the right to pick who they want. And it ain't a black or white thing, right?
Facts.
Anyway.
There it is. We're going to get out of here because guess what? This or that is back. We'll come back right after this. Finish up. WTF, we talk facts. Peace.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you buying a home? Westgate Bank understands that you need to make important decisions during your home buying journey. Our local lenders in Lincoln and Omaha make themselves available so you can get the information you need to know. Use our mobile mortgage app to manage your transaction from pre-qualification to closing, no matter where you are. Get the service and convenience you want from a local community bank where our interest is you. Learn more and visit us online at westgate.bank. Westgate Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion, for happier, healthier, furry friends.
The Kentucky Derby is this Saturday, and the best place to watch it in Lincoln is at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane. Watch the race on any of their 30 TVs while enjoying a mint julep or one of their high-end bourbons. Try their delicious wings or handheld sandwiches like the Turkey Melt, Liquid Gold Hamburger, or the brand new Chocolate Chip Cookie Skillet for dessert. There's one place to watch the Kentucky Derby in Lincoln. That's Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane. Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Early break wrap.
What do you have?
Oh, yeah. Good.
Someone orders a wrap. I want to go come across the table.
Oh, wrap.
What do you guys have? What's your best wrap?
No.
What's your
so
wrap? Was that buffalo chicken? That's incredible. Yeah. When you say I want to get, I'm going to stop where they have great wraps. I want to throw a punch.
Here's one too that I encountered
With
the other-
Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strickland Clester.
Yeah. Final segment of WTF We Talk Facts. Real quick, the Kentucky Derby is this Saturday, and the place to watch it is Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane in South Lincoln. You can enjoy wings and handheld sandwiches like the Turkey Melt, the Liquid Gold Hamburger, the Bull Market Barbecue Burger, or the brand new chocolate chip skillet for dessert. Also, it's Thirsty Thursday, so you can get 10% off of all bottled wine today. And come watch the Lincoln Stars tonight in action against Waterloo Blackhawks in the USHL Western Conference Finals. They're carrying the video feed. There it is. We got this or that. You know what it is. Hit it. Give me my theme music.
The choice is yours. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this.
This or that is back. You know, we do have one listener in. I want to give him a shout out, Cade Johnson.
Shout out to Cade.
He did say if Braun only had to do one round to go, he'd have a bunch more championships.
Yeah.
Cade, I would have to agree with you on that.
Going out in the first round.
Then he would look bad. Then he would be looking bad if he losing and he only had to get there one round. All right. One of our favorite sections, this or that. I'd like to hear what Harrison and Eric have to say about this.
You got about 3 of them.
Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen? Well, if you start in your franchise, who you taking?
Last 2
That's a tough
MVP
one.
winners. Give me Allen.
That's a tough one. I think Allen gives you a balance of both, but I think he's a little bit more accurate in the pass side of things. But I actually like Lamar Johnson. Jackson. I actually like him, man, a lot.
Let's go fast. Let's go fast. See if we can get through it. Deion Sanders or Bo Jackson? Who you want? Who's best?
Man, I'm from Auburn.
Who's the best?
Bo Jack.
Yeah, give me Bo Jack.
Bo Jack.
Bo Jackson?
Listen, if Bo Jack don't get injured, class, Bo Jack is a beast.
Worst owner, Al Davis, Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
David.
No question. Jerry Jones.
Who was the first option?
Al Davis from the Raiders.
Davis.
Or Jerry Jones.
Jones, yeah.
Jones.
Who's going to have a better career, Cam Ward or Shadir Sanders? Who do you think is going to have a better career?
Ward's going to have the runway, so I'm going to give it to Ward right now.
I think Ward's got the most upside, but again, it depends on where you go. And
one's on the Browns.
And the Browns is where you go to die.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I'm going to say Cam Ward.
Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis. Which defender you taking to start your defense?
I'm taking the GOAT, Lawrence. I'm taking Lawrence.
Okay.
Lawrence is probably one of the most disruptive players of all time from the position.
I agree.
I like Ray.
Lewis,
I think Ray's a beast, but Lawrence, the stuff Lawrence did off the edge.
We got time for another?
Throw one more in there.
Okay. Bigger dynasty. The Patriots with Belichick, John Wooden, UCLA. Who had the better dynasty? Which dynasty you think if people,
we're gonna go back and he's gonna say they only had 20 teams in the
32.
NCAA team
They only had
in the
32.
NCAA. So
32.
you see where Clester gonna go with it. So you know he going with Belichick, man.
No,
Wouldn't.
No.
Wouldn't.
No,
I'm going with unnamed texter 1000. Wouldn't.
What do you say?
He said wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm going with Wooden. I'm going John Wooden.
Unanimous. Wooden.
There it is. What else? Give me one more, man, on the way out with the outro.
Better
music.
franchise, Steelers or Cowboys? Who got the better franchise?
Cowboys, which is crazy, but
Cowboys is the only team that doesn't have
They're not owned.
They're not part of the
NFL does not right
the
now.
NFL
Yeah.
marketing.
Don't own it. Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Cowboys for the cash. There it is. We'll take you out of here. Hey, Harrison, thanks for doing on the ones and twos. Class, shout out to WTF Monday, Tuesday. Even the calendar says WTF. We'll see y'all next week right here. Peace. We out.
Get ready